This morning, the investigation continues into the deadly plane crash at an air show in Dallas over the weekend.
6 people were killed, and now the NTSB is looking into what happened. We know both planes involved were kept at General Aviation Jet Services in Conroe. That's about 3 hours away from the crash scene at the Dallas Executive Airport.
Stephanie Whitfield is live in the newsroom for us this morning with more from that community. Stephanie.
Yeah, there are a lot of local connections to this story. Not only were both historic planes kept at the Conroe hangar, but the B-17 bomber had just been used in a series of performances at the Wings Over Houston Air Show just 2 weeks ago. Now, we've also learned that one of the victims is from the Houston area. KHOU lived in Montgomery and unfortunately died in the crash. He's the man sitting in front in this photo. As you can imagine, this news has shocked the aviation community. We talked to a member of the Commemorative Air Force, David Lanou, who also has a plane kept at General Aviation Jet Services in Conroe. He shared photos and videos he's taken over the years of the historic military planes that were involved in the midair crash, the B-17 Flying Fortress and the P-63 King Cobra.
It's shocking. I mean, you deal with these people constantly. You see the plane coming and going and giving rides.
We also have video of one of the last sightings of the B-17, nicknamed Texas Raiders. It flew over an elementary school in Richmond last week in honor of Veterans Day. It was one of just a handful of the bombers left flying around the world. As for the investigation, the NTSB has gathered evidence at the crash site. Now they're asking the public to send in any pictures or videos they have, because that'll really help them piece together what went wrong. Kimberly, back to you.
Stephanie Whitfield live for us in the newsroom this morning. Also this morning, we are learning more about 3 of the other confirmed victims who died in that plane crash in Dallas. Terry Barker, Len Root, and Major Curtis Rowe. Malini Basu has their stories.
Our brothers that perished, they have family.
Outside of Dallas Executive Airport,
Difficult moments as this.
a memorial has grown for the 6 victims who died at the Dallas Airshow crash.
I feel that they're brothers.
Many in the aviation community across the country feeling the deep sadness.
So it's like a connecting point where they come and download their emotions.
This is retired American Airlines Captain Terry Barker, identified by Keller City officials.
Always helping people, husband, dad, Army veteran, and a retired pilot.
The news hit hard for Kelly City Mayor Armin Mazzani.
Terry has been someone who was a friend. He was someone who I sought counsel for when I got started.
Mazzani says Barker was not only a longtime pilot with experience, but he served as a Keller City councilor for 3 years.
Just total shock when you hear that, because Terry was someone that was around all the time.
A sentiment retired American Airlines Captain J.P. Brooks also shares.
I had heard there was a crash, but I didn't think it was them.
The news hit hard for Brooks.
My jaw hit the floor.
He was friends with Barker and retired American Airlines Captain Len Root, who also died.
Len was more matter of fact, less banter, but more of an engineering mind.
Brooks just saw him at DFW Airport.
His iPad and equipment back to American Airlines to turn in all his stuff after retirement. Family
and friends of Major Curtis Rowe sharing their pain. Rowe was part of the Ohio wing of the Civil Air Patrol.
And I feel emotional.
In Dallas, I'm Malini Basu.
Malini, thank you. We will continue to follow this story and the NTSB investigation into the crash very closely. You can find the latest updates at KHOU.com or on our KHOU 11 mobile app.